In it goes.
Why not give the show a call on 01413561972?
Rangers open the scoring at Pittodrie. 12 minutes of the match remaining. A stunner from Kenny Miller. Rifles it into the roof of the net.
Or send Fox a friend request on Skype at Rangers Radio Online.
He's gone into the middle. McSwegan's in there too. Will he come for McSwegan? There's his header and he scores! What a substitution! Running inside, is he gonna let flies in? He scores! Good ball! Scores for Rangers!
Nacho Lobo with one kick of the ball to take Rangers to Manchester. Rangers are coming! The Scots are heading for Manchester, and you know what? Manchester may not be big enough.
Remember, it's all about the Rangers.
Well, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Joining myself, Fox, on the panel tonight is the one and only Ibrox Loyal and Young Bridgeman. How we doing, boys?
I love that.
Evening, gentlemen.
I love that, Young Bridgeman. Can I just say a big good evening to the guys in the panel and to all the lads in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans all over the world? Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
Bridge, what's the latest on the fitness? Is that all signed off? Available for
Fitness is
selection
signed
tomorrow?
off. Yes, she took me around. She took me around Sainsbury's.
Oh,
And a whistle stop tour of Sainsbury's. Well, you know, you go in there shopping. It's just 20 minutes at least, isn't you? So
up and down the aisles, doing
That's
doggies
it.
up and down the aisles.
Absolutely, pal. That's it. So she said I'm okay. I was just saying to Foxy earlier, I'm a bit concerned. The only concern I've got is, like I said, the subway and the big crushes to get in and out the station, you know, and on the subway itself. So still a wee bit tender, but I'm sure we'll get by.
Well, you'll be used to leaving early anyway.
Yeah.
So you're fit. Oh, Foxy sneaked in. How are you, Fox?
Oh, Foxy sneaked in, mate. How did you do that halfway during the tune there? I was all ready to start the show there.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
That was cutting it fine at its best.
I wouldn't want to be quartered, Bridge, yeah?
Absolutely, pal. Absolutely.
Hi, Brooks. You looking forward to the game tomorrow?
I'm on, mate. It should be a fantastic game, fantastic atmosphere. Just hope this is the game now that turns around last season, big style, with a win, because the players know what's expected and they know what's about to come in the corner the following day. So.
Yeah. Listen, Ibrox, I want to thank you for that bit of advice you gave me last night, Bridge, after the show. It was superb. He said to me, that Kiev joke you came out with, Kiev's in Ukraine. So he done me like a kipper to do with Ibrox. Well done, Ibrox. Well done. Yeah. It used to be in the old Soviet Union, mate, so I'm half right. But fair play to him, Fox, for getting his geography right, eh?
That'll be a first.
Aye, well done, Ibrox. Proud of you, son.
Arithmetic needs a bit looking at it enough, but it's all right, you know.
That was that globe you got me for Christmas, lads. So.
That was a snow globe, Ibrox.
Love it.
Well, we're lucky to have a monarch. She get pinned to the flare. No, how you see in the movies, the bird coming in, and the next thing me and Bridge are sitting there and we hear all this kerfuffling going on, mate. But he joined us 2 minutes later, so it was quickly dispensed with.
Fair play to him.
He thought he'd put it on mute, but he hadn't. So we picked up on it all. Foxy did anyway. He knows all the noises.
2 minutes later, was that a personal best?
No comment on that one.
But look forward to the game. And we might get a clue from Mr. Murty what the team is, Fox? What do you think? We hear from Graham?
Aye, we could start with that, mate.
Aye. Is that all right with you, Bridge? Since you're
aye, cool. Go for it. Go for it, bud. Go for it.
Let's hear from your manager, Graham Murty.
Graham, Heart of Midlothian this weekend. What sort of match do you expect?
I expect it to be tighter than last weekend. I don't expect it to be 8 goals, and I expect it to be a real challenge. But the guys are prepped, the guys are ready, and the guys are in a good place at the moment. So we need to make sure we continue that mood.
Do you think it will be a physical game?
All games are physical games. Whether it comes down to a physical challenge or the physical effort you have to put into getting away from an opponent, they're all physical. But we're ready. The guys have put good work in this week, and as I've said, the mood around the group, the work rate of the group has been excellent so far.
After the game on Sunday, you stressed about having to tighten up and everything. Do you have to take a step back as well to look at the positives and the goals and the attacking threat that you pose?
You sound like you did my debrief. We did. We looked at the structure when we gave the goals away. It was very, very similar. The areas that we gave the ball away from were very similar to those where we had our launch pad to go and spring attacks from. So we have to make sure that we understand what our structure needs to look like and the quality and clarity of our play. Because if you look at our 4th goal, the passing through lines, the dealing with pressure and the quality of the play would have got us out of the situation where we conceded the 2nd goal. It's just about understanding when and where to play, how to do it, and we reiterated that to the players this week.
You've been able to do that, for example, at Celtic Park, where you got the balance right. You created a lot of chances, but you also kept it tight at the back as well. Celtic did have chances as well. Is that something that you have to do that be more clinical in those sort of games? That's
the evolution of the group. That's the group coming together and understanding what our game model needs to look like at all times. But it's getting closer. We're moving towards what it needs to be, what I would like it to be, and we are improving weekly. We have to make sure we continue that upward path, and the tightness and the structure of it will come from this group playing together more and evolving together more and actually becoming a tighter group. As tight as they are, we can improve in that area.
How do you compare the Rangers team you took charge of at Murrayfield the last time you played Hearts, your first game back in charge, to now?
It's very different. There's different capacities, there's different capabilities, but the message is still going to be the same. It's about the players walking out onto the football pitch, fully prepped and able to give of their best. I think you've seen a difference in style, but once again the message is about the players walking onto the football pitch, taking responsibility and contributing. And I think you've seen different people step up at different times. It was Kenny at Murrayfield stepping in, and Josh. There are other people who've stepped forward and taken responsibility recently.
When you look at the fixture list weekend, it's interesting that the top 6 all play each other. Do you think that will set the tone for the rest of the season? Could it potentially open up the league in terms of positions?
We don't know, and we don't want to speculate. We don't want to look out with our game. Whatever happens away from our game will happen. We can't be in any control of that. What we need to do is focus in on our game and make sure whatever happens at the end of the weekend, we're in a better situation than we are going into it. So we know what we have to do. We're in a good position to go and move positively forward with this group of players, and that continues tomorrow. We have to go into the game with that positive mindset to move ourselves forward.
The thing is, somebody's going to drop points, if not a few teams. Could that potentially help you in terms of second place? Do you even start not ruling out first place as well?
Well, there's loads of ifs, buts and maybes, and they all go by the by if we don't take care of business tomorrow. So what we have to do is make sure that we have this conversation again on Monday, and it's a conversation that reflects positively on a good result for us. So let's concentrate on the result. Let's make sure that we go into the game and walk out of our stadium on Saturday having sent our fans home happy. A good performance, a good display, and a positive result for us.
After the Hamilton game, you were talking up the attacking options. You've got Craig Levein this week who's been talking about how good he feels his defensive options are. Do you feel that could be an intriguing battle this weekend?
I think it will be. As I said, I don't think it will be as open, as expansive as the game against Hamilton, but we are confident that the options that we have, the players that we have, can cause any team in this league problems. The way that we move the ball, the way we shift it, and the individuals within that structure can cause anyone problems. It's down to us making sure that we make good decisions at the right time, and we'll see what will be. But Craig has changed Hearts. He's made them much, much harder to score against. They're far better organised, and it's down to us to accept that challenge of trying to break them down.
And looking at your record at Ibrox, it's not been the best this season. What do you feel needs to change in those home games, especially the bigger ones?
Well, if you look at the game against Hamilton last week, it was very similar in terms of stats to the game previously at Ibrox. The only thing was we were really clinical this week. We put the chances away. We didn't manage to do that at Ibrox, and then we got a little bit frantic. So we have to understand that we will get opportunities. We have to be patient, move the ball quickly, and really be clinical. And if we do that, we put ourselves in a good position, because we have goal threats within the team and within the squad. So we have to make sure that we don't get too carried away with it too soon.
Do you think the players feel they're under more pressure playing at Ibrox?
I think you'd have to ask the players, but you're playing for Rangers. You have to deal with pressure. It comes as part of the job. It takes big shoulders to fill one of our shirts. If you're not up for it, if you can't do it, you won't be here very long. Those that can will find an absolutely adoring public, wanting to lift them up, wanting to actually get right behind them. But it's not down just to the fans to come blindly and follow us. It's up to us to give them something to come and follow and make them come to the stadium in hope and send them home really, really happy. So the players know that. But I think there's a relationship there where we know the fans are desperate for us to do well. The players are desperate to do well for the fans, and we hope that over the weekend both of those things can be satisfied.
There's a bit of debate this week about whether we have a title race. If you win tomorrow, you're 6 points behind. Do you feel that you can say then that you are pushing for the title if you do that?
I think that if we win tomorrow, we'll walk out of here saying we're in a better position than we were when we walked in, and we're moving closer to what we want to be. Other than that, there's nothing else to be said. We will finish where we deserve to finish at the end of the season. We will be the team we want to be, or closer to the team we want to be by the end of the season. But this team is still coming together. We're still in a position where we're improving all the time. If we can carry on getting positive results, who knows what might happen. And I've said to the players just to aim high. Don't worry about anything else. Just aim high and be competitive as we can all the way through the season. Have a positive end to the season.
You spoke about how the team has developed since that game against Hearts. How do you think you've developed as a manager in that spell?
Oh, wow. I'd like to say I'm more calm, but that's possibly just on the outside. I don't think that the real learning will come from me. I think it's going to take someone out with myself to actually sit down and go through different points. I think my language has changed to the players. I'm more confident in dealing with them and telling them explicitly what I want, and I think that's good for the players. The players want clarity. Other than that, I'm still the same guy. I still see football in the same manner. I'm possibly a little bit happier to take direct control. But as always, it will always be about me facilitating the players being brilliant and trying then to take a backward step and allowing them to get on with what they have to do.
Any team news for the weekend?
Lee Wallace is back in full training. He was back in full training last week. I still think it's possibly too early for Lee. He needs to complete more volume and get himself closer to our level, which is great, but he is moving on. Bruno is in contention to be selected. Other than that, the rest of the guys are as they were.
Ross McCrory, did he have a meeting with a specialist at all?
He had a meeting with a specialist when he had his injection in his foot. We're waiting to see how that pans out. The injection is still working. What we don't want to do is be too early with Ross in his rehab. We don't want to push him too soon, because all we would do is irritate the injury. We have to take our time with him, and we have to also understand he's a young developing athlete, and we want to make sure we take care of his career in the long term also.
Graham, have you passed your GCSE and understanding the split and the fixtures that will come from that?
No. I knew this question was coming. I'm having a quick online course on it, but no, it's going to come soon. So we're fairly au fait with it in the office, and we're having daily discussions about it.
There's so much made about because Rangers have played or will have played all the teams as the top six stands at home, and they might be due an extra couple of home games. Is that good for you guys that you're going to have teams that are your rivals at home again for a third time?
I think the games that you have to complete, you have to make sure that you're competitive in them, whether they're home or away. We can't control, and I think there's a lot being made about is it fair, it's not fair. There's 19 home games, there's 19 away games. You have to deal with them, you have to complete the season regardless of who you play. Whoever comes to Ibrox is going to cause us a challenge and a threat. Wherever we go away, it's going to be a challenge and a game, and we have to get up for. So we understand that the split causes problems for the guys who arrange the fixtures, and we're glad it's not us. But we'll just complete the fixtures as they're given.
As somebody relatively new to all this, does it surprise you have this sort of bizarre scenario to make sure you try and get 19 home, 19 away, that it could be 3-1 or?
Well, I think if you look statistically, we've played lots and lots of games after the split away from home against the top teams. It might be someone else's turn this time, and it's just the way it is. There's no point bemoaning it, and I'm sure that lots of people would love home games over away games. You have to deal with what the game throws at you, and I think I've been fairly consistent with that message with you guys all the way I've been here. So we have to deal with it. We'll prep for it. We'll make sure that our organisation is done, and whatever game we have, we'll try and go and get a positive result out of it to make sure at the end of the season looks like we want it to.
Well, thanks for that, Fox. Well back, gentlemen.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
So people want to give us a phone and give us their thoughts on what Mr. Murty's just said. What's the number, Bridge?
The number is 0141 356 1972.
Where else can you join us, Ibrox?
You can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online and they'll be brought in by your Fox.
Yeah. I'll go to Fox first. Did you enjoy that, Fox?
I always think he speaks well. People say that he's beginning to sound like Warburton, mate. I've noticed somebody even put that in the lobby there. It's the questions, and you've got to give a structured answer to them, mate. I think he's improved a lot in front of the cameras and the mics, mate. I did notice in his interview he said he was getting more and more confident in the job, and that's all good. He's learning on the job, mate, and I think he's making a good job of it.
Just like Ibrox loyal, Bridge, yeah?
Absolutely. His percentages were spot on last night. Great stuff.
Do you enjoy that, Bridge? Yeah.
I'm impressed with the chap. I mean, we've spoke all the way along since he's came in, and we've been in some cases happy, in other cases we've got wee moans about him and things like that, which is to be expected from fans. But overall, I have to say, he is improving. He's learning on the job, which he'd have to do anyway. It's going to get more and more difficult because the pressure's going to start to come, and depending what happens on Saturday, the pressure could build to a tremendous crescendo. If we build the momentum and win on Saturday and the results go our way, oh my God, it's going to be a real race to the end of the season, you know, and the pressure's going to get higher and higher. So let's hope he can handle all that. And what he said was right. You need to be big to fill a Rangers jersey, that's for sure.
What I found interesting, the fact is that Bruno is back in contention. I can't see him being on the bench, if that makes any sense to you, Bridge. If he's there, I think he could play. I don't think he's the kind of player who'd be on the bench. Just my opinion.
I'm still kind of disappointed that we haven't heard very much. I don't know whether no news is good news about the young lad Bates. So I'm not dead sure of that, but it might be Alves. I can't see him coming in. He might start the game and then take him off, but then again, it might be better just to bring him on. So he might be able to bring him on, maybe half an hour to go. Let's see if he's up for the game. It's a tough game. They're a big, tough team, you know. For
me, if Alves is involved, he starts, Fox. What about you?
Same for me, mate. I think we could do with him in the game tomorrow, mate. He's tremendous in the air. Probably our best in the air. We need somebody to keep control of Lafferty, mate, who'll be a threat whether we like it or no. He's a big boy, mate. He's strong on the ball. I think I would risk Alves and Martin tomorrow, mate. That would be my pairing.
Would you just go ahead and drop young Bates, would you?
I would, mate.
Okay.
I think experience at this time, the sharp end of the season, we can't afford mistakes, mate. I'm not saying David Bates makes mistakes. I think he's basically a very good defender. But experience in these games helps a lot. And Hearts are a big physical team. I think I would have Bates and Martin and Big Alves in tomorrow.
I must admit, though,
that's funny. You're dropping the foreign player there, Fox.
I know, mate. I know what I'm doing.
I wouldn't have any misgivings about either. Pair them any 2 from 3 with those 3. I wouldn't have any misgivings. I think all 3 of them could do a turn for us tomorrow. I honestly think he'll stick with Bates. In my honest opinion, he'll stick with Bates and Martin. But maybe the game's. Hopefully, some time in his legs, Martin will come good, but he might maybe need somebody to help him out. So maybe the last half hour he'll take Martin off and put Alves in. But it would only be because of he's been in form and he's played. You know, Alves hasn't kicked a ball yet, really.
I don't think anybody should be trying to get their fitness in their first team. They should be, if they're on the bench, on the park, they should be able to deliver 90 minutes because you never know when you're going to be needed, even on the bench. If Alves is, for me, and I've been round before, I think it was 1989 Bridge.
Can I give you a wee example?
If Alves is involved, he'll start. That's what I think. Might be wrong.
I'll give you a wee example based on the stories. When they played that, what do you call it, a Russian mob last week, the Russian mob weren't up to scratch, right? So a week later, they've had a full 90 minutes. They've had full training, full 90 minutes in their legs, and then back for more training. So they went on a week, and they've got a bit more in it. And allegedly they were a far better team last night than they were the week before. So I think that's a wee example. You need game time on the pitch, and no matter what happens, you need game time because you need that wee bit match fitness, not physical fitness, but the match fitness. That's all I mean.
I get that, but I don't think you should. I mean, the Russian one, they're coming out of a 3-month hibernation, mate.
That's correct. Yeah, it's very difficult. Very
difficult. I mean, they've had two. Your season doesn't stop for 3 months in the summer. Never mind.
Yeah, I know.
What about yourself, Ibrox?
Firstly,
did you enjoy Graham Murray? What's your thoughts on how he's developing as speaking to the media?
Well, I says, mate, it would take time. I believe a lot of his interviews have been very good. He's not the sort of manager that they can now try and take the mick out of because he's got their number. He knows how to conduct himself in a managerial club when it comes to these press conferences. But as he says in his interview, he's now got up to scratch where he needs to be, and we can see that with recent performances. But just as you were talking about with Alves thing, mate, I'm sorry, I've been involved in too many matches where people who have come in after being out injured for at least a month, and I think he's been out for just nearly 2 months now, since the Old Firm game at the back end of December, if I'm correct. I'm sorry, I wouldn't let him step straight back in because I certainly know for Bates anyway, because Bates, as you say, is the informed player, and I believe Bates could take care of Lafferty quite reasonably. So,
I wouldn't be surprised if Fox is right, but if I was picking the team, it would be Bates and Alves rather than Alves and Martin, just based on pure form, Fox, because Martin last week wasn't he wasn't at his best, was he? Is that fair?
Aye, well, look, we're talking about the 2 goals that Hamilton scored against us, mate. The ball broke to Templeton, mate. I think it broke to Templeton. Martin was about 3 yards away from him at the time. Templeton turned and just put away a sublime shot.
Good finishes. The error for me was he's clearing his lines, mate.
These things happen, mate. It can happen to any player, a miss kick, mate. He's been regular, steady for me since he's came.
That's fair.
He's not been absolutely brilliant, but he's not been bad. But you do see him working at the back there, keeping the line in its position, mate. You see him talking to Bates quite a lot. He's also been played out slightly out of position because he's playing on the left-hand side, mate, as well. And I think he'd be more comfortable going into tackles with his right foot, mate, on the other side of it, and let Alves come in, because Alves is left-footed. Maybe add that wee one bit of extra balance that we've not seen, if you know what I mean.
Unless you played the position, Bridge, some people don't realise how important these small things are, eh?
I'm saying that's the reason why I said I was kind of sad to see Danny Wilson rather, because he is a natural left footer, and I don't know how. I don't think he'd ever be the quality, but if you get what I mean, Danny Wilson being your natural left footer, I was ignoring Alves because Alves wasn't going to be with us for the next couple of years, if you follow what I mean. So he's only going to be a short time, and I'm thinking about building a 3-5-2. So you get Bates and Martin and Danny Wilson. There's a sort of, for natural stuff, they're there. Maybe even move Bates right into the middle and put Martin further out to the right. So you could mix and match there, but Wilson would always play left. And it's a question we've got to ask ourselves. I don't know if Alves is going to be quite as good as what I thought he would have been. Let's put it that way. But he's got to be shown. He's got to come out and do it. Whether he can or not, I don't know. I wouldn't change it.
Is the desire there for you with Alves?
No, I don't see it. I don't see him. He might want to play tomorrow, but it's a really tough game. And if he's been carrying, he's just getting back for a knock, it's going to be quite tough for the guy, to be honest. You've got to feel for him, you know. It's a hard game against Hearts, always is. Well, appears to be anyway.
Do you not think we've got the wrong reading of Alves, mate? I mean, the most people hadn't even seen much of him playing.
I did warn you, mate.
And things like that, mate.
I've never came across a good football player called Bruno. That's all.
Yeah, shockers.
I mean, we all thought he was going to come here and be some sort of hard man, mate. Just because the tackle on Harry Kane, which featured everyone where it shows he's boot up above Harry's head. And we're all thinking, he's the man to sort of out. But when he played in the Portugal team, it wasn't him, it was Pepe, it was the hardship man. Alves just cleared these lines all the time, mate. I don't know where he got this kind of, or the Rangers support thought he would be a really hard tackler and that. He's a technical centre-half for me. And I think he's good enough to come into that team tomorrow. I feel sorry for Bates, but as soon as he signs his contract and pledges his future to Rangers, I'd feel a wee bit better towards him. No.
If people want to join us, Bridge, what's the number?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Or they can join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where Fox will bring you in. And we'll be joined by our first caller this evening. It's the one and only young Mount Vernon. Evening, Mount.
Evening, gentlemen. How's it going, guys? All right. How you doing?
Is that two Mounts in the one night on Rangers Radio, Bridgeman?
Oh.
All right.
How you doing, Mount?
He was talking about something about, he's meaning something nasty about Ibrox Loyal, you know.
All right, okay. Aye, good, mate.
I hear you're in a good mood, Mount.
Mate, I'm always in a good mood. It's always it's night before I bet the ball game, so it's always a positive, mate.
Did you hear Mr. Murty's interview?
I did this morning. The afternoon I did. It was again just a guy's grown into the role, isn't he? He really has grown into the role, and it's pleasing. It's pleasing.
We were talking about the Alves situation. If he's involved tomorrow, would you see him on the bench or start?
It's got to be on the bench, really. You know, I think match sharpness is going to be the key with Alves. I think you're one for saying that you shouldn't be getting your fitness in the Rangers first team mocks. So I think Alves brings experience. He brings a good bit of experience, but I think Martin and Alves maybe lacking a wee bit of pace at the back. I know Lafferty's.
I would agree with that. You know,
I think Lafferty's Lafferty's pretty fast up front for them, and if Naismith is playing as well, there's a bit of pace there. So I think perhaps maybe Bates and Ian Udder would be probably the option I would see, mate.
Do you think Naismith will get a game? He'll be fit enough, pal.
I think they were saying he's potentially hamstring problems, so it's one of the ones, isn't it? You know, if we get into tomorrow's game and we apply ourselves and we take our chances, then we shouldn't need to worry about these type of players.
If we get it right, the boss shouldn't get to Naismith and Lafferty here.
That's it, mate. That's it. It's spot on. You know, if we can do the things in the right parts of the pitch tomorrow, then our quality will overshine. But that's football for you, you know.
Bridgeman, positive news about Lee Wallace. He's fully fit. He just needs a bit of sharpness, so I think he'll be playing some games with the young boys. Yeah,
I think so. Really good news for Lee Wallace alone. It's great news. You know, that's quite a long time he's been out. So he'd need a couple of runs with the youngsters, I would imagine, or another team to get some game time and minutes in his legs. And then, of course, he's going to have to come on as a subby, I would imagine. I don't think he's going to be rushed straight in for 90 minutes. So I'd imagine he'll get a game as a subby sometime or other. When it's at Ibrox or something like that, when it's relatively easy if we can ever get that between now and the end of the season. I wouldn't be surprised if Wallace was asked to just bide your time. How many games have we got left in the season?
What about next weekend's cup tie for Alves and Wallace?
Well, there you go. You know what I mean? It's there's a good chance of that. It's at Ibrox, and depends how things are. If we get a couple of goals under our belt, then why not? Let's get them in, or bring them on for the start. Let's start them. Absolutely.
Positive Ibrox, Lee Wallace back fit, just a bit more sharpness.
Well, it's good to have our club captain back again. Have a bit more structure when it comes to leadership on and after the park, and I think Bridgen's right there. He might have to go in a few games with our youth development squad, and it's perfect for next week, mate, because we've got 3 days at Ibrox all within the 1 week. The 6th of March we'll get AEK Athens at Ibrox, then the 11th of March we'll get FC Utrecht, Dutch team, and then we'll get Brentford up in the 14th of March, so it's three matches within a week. Maybe you probably want to start them all. I don't know. I don't
know if you'll be able to play in the games, mate.
Oh no, definitely will be, aye. Because we are allowed so overage players. I think it's 3 overage players, aye, 3 overage players. Because if I'm right, who was it? I think Bruno Alves was meant to start one. I think it was the Liverpool game we played a few months back, but it just came across that he never actually played in that match. But it was obviously at the stadium and everything else, and he just missed it. I don't know if it was a slight hanging on the hamstring or whatever again, but I do believe it allowed 3 overage players in that squad. So.
All right. I wasn't aware of that, mate. That's twice you've pointed me in the right direction in the last couple of days, mate. I can't believe it.
The way I'm starting to look at it, mate, it's not like the old reserve league. You remember, as I was saying, where you could have like some first team players coming back when they come back for injury, sort of thing. I think they're just allowing like a wee bit of that to come into the development squad because it's more structured than the league, sort of thing. So.
I suppose they're all friendlies technically, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, it'd be interesting to see what the team is. I think pretty much the other big decision is Holt and Docherty. Now, where do you stand in that?
I was really impressed with Docherty on Sunday, mate. I thought for the first goal, I thought he may be a wee bit responsible, but I thought in the second half I thought his driving run set up a goal. You know,
he made a mess of it, mate. He made a mess of the first goal. You know, everybody makes mistakes. You know.
Yeah, no, I just think the young boy's got a lot of talent. I just like the look of him. I'd love to see him get a good run of games to see how he gets on. But I can see perhaps maybe Jason Holt with his experience and quite rightly, you know, his performance the last couple of weeks has been fantastic for us. So it's I think it's an interesting one. But again, it's really good that we've got that selection headache, you know, because it was. You know, if you look back, probably just around about December time, there wasn't much a selection headache due to injuries and suspensions for us.
Aye, it'd be interesting. I mean,
how do you see it?
I think Holt will start. But if I was picking the team, I'd be strongly tempted to give Docherty his head and see what it takes. As I know Fox has got a different view. Fox? He's not been the same man since he started that Tinder. What about yourself, Ibrox? How do you see it in the midfield?
I see Jason Holt coming straight back into the squad, mate. I see him getting the captain's armband back as well, mate. He missed out in obviously that match against Hamilton there because of suspension, but don't get me wrong, I love seeing young Greg Docherty get the full 90, or close to the full 90, and I believe he did pretty well, especially wearing the second top. I think the first 20 minutes he was at fault a wee bit for being a wee bit sloppy with his passing, but as I say, he's still young, he's learning. He was out for about 4 weeks before he came to us. now he's had close to 290 minutes under his belt, we'll be better for it, mate. And if Greg Docherty does start, the manager feels that he can start another match, then I won't be against it. But I definitely see Jason Holt coming back into the squad, mate, and I've seen that being the only change tomorrow. So.
Bridgman?
I've said before, I can see Jason Holt certainly been part of the squad, but I think he's got a choice for the right side of midfield. That's what I think. Between Greg Docherty, Jason Holt and Candace. I personally think he'll go with the boy Docherty, Holt and Candace. I think that's what he'll go with. He'll go with Docherty and Candace. That's my thought, and leave Jason Holt out of the team. But it doesn't really matter to me. I'll be quite happy when I think Candace is a smashing wee player. I was surprised the other week then we never got a game. But Holt, nothing against Holt, but I don't know whether Holt's is going to be the quality of player that we want to be in the team. Maybe we need a bit higher quality. I just don't know. But no offence against the boy. He's done well. He's been captain for 3 or 4 games there and did well. Did with pride. It's just there's those 3 players to pick from in 2 midfield positions.
You back with us, Fox? Oh, we lost him still. Any views,
I'm
mate?
still here,
right.
mate.
Okay, on you go. I knew you got a different view.
Well, I thought that young Holt would just come back in front of Greg Docherty, mate. I don't see his... We finished the side the game against... I think we went Hamilton, was 5-3, wasn't it? We started and played well in the whole game. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't change MD, mate, to be honest with you. I know he's forced into one change, but I would go with the 4-2-3-1 that we started most of our games with, mate, following him in goal. Taverner, as I say. Bates maybe had his position in the manager's mind. He's done nothing wrong. So it might be Bates. I would rather see Martin and Alves than Bates and Martin. But John will hold his position. Murphy will hold his position. All the rest of them will hold their position because they played well, they attacked well and created a lot of chances. This is a Hearts team, mate, that don't score a lot of goals. But they don't concede many either. And I think they'll sit in for the first 20 minutes to see how things are going, mate. And I think that's when we need to score in the first 20 minutes and force them to come out. Once Hearts come out, I think we'll find the space to score other goals after that. But if Hearts have some success in defending or beating us off for the first 20 minutes, mate, I think it's going to be a dire struggle for us.
It's going to be a tough one, that's for sure. There's absolutely no doubt about that.
Improving team, Hearts, for you, Bridge, are they?
Well, the results are good. I don't see that much of them other than highlights. So they're given credence and there's a lot of credibility within the results. I don't have much time for their manager, and I'm not that keen on their team. The wee bits that I've seen them. I think when we played them over in Murrayfield, we absolutely murdered them in both football and result. But we played them at Ibrox and we were disappointed against them. I remember when we were in the Championship, they came to Ibrox and just absolutely ran us right into the ground, truth be told, for big chunks of the game. So I'm not keen on Hearts as a team at the moment, and I'm not keen on their manager, and I hope Rangers absolutely trounce them. But they will be tough, and tradition says it'll be tough.
I think the importance tomorrow is, I think some of the guys have just labelled it there. I think we've got to have a good start to the game. I think it's important that the wide players for us are going to be crucial. I think because I think Hearts notoriously will pack the midfield and pack the centre of the midfield. I think Josh Windass is going to be crucial as well between the lines. Maybe that more freer role. I think it's an interesting debate between Docherty and Holt. I think, personally, I felt we had a wee bit more physicality with Docherty in the team in the midfield, so potentially it depends what the manager's going to look at in terms of the attributes what we're going to need in there. But I think also Goss is going to be crucial as well, maybe set place, set pieces, free kicks, dead balls around the box. So I think it's going to be crucial. But I think it's important as well. It must be said that the fans, we've got to be patient tomorrow. We've got to give the boys a good bit of support. Get behind them for the first whistle and support them. I think it's difficult sometimes when teams come to Ibrox and just look to sit in and break on us. We've got to be patient. We've got to make sure when we're in the final third that the quality's as good as it's been the last couple of games. And we've got to take our chances when they come, because they will come. And I think that's the key to the game. If we can take our chances, I think the game will be comfortable. But if we don't, like everything else at Ibrox this season, it's been a wee bit uncomfortable when the chances haven't been took. I think that's probably the key to the game, mate.
Yeah, thanks, lads. Obviously, I watched their game last week against Ross County. They're right now, they're very weak in the midfield because of the amount of injuries they've got in there, and they picked up another one last week with that boy Arnold Jim getting half injured. But the three main positions on the park that I think we should be able to hold within is because we've got Big Morales up front, and as Mount just says there, Josh Windass in and about him, because we've got the best goalkeeper in the Scottish Premier League without a doubt, the guy John McLaughlin. Then we've got two of the best centre backs in the league at this moment in time as well, and John Suter and Christoph Berra. Without a doubt, mate, I've got to give them it. I don't like to praise other teams' players too much, but the three of them are very good. They've had a very settled season, but I believe because of the way Morales plays, and he's big and bustling, they can get in and about them, and Josh Windass just floating in and about them, I think we can get at them. But their midfield's not as strong this time as Mount says. Like, they usually pack their midfield. I don't think they'll get the players to pack their midfield this time.
Interesting to see pans out. If you win the midfield battle, usually you win the game, Fox.
Well, I think that might be crucial tomorrow. And they're back to pairing, mate. They've probably got the most consistent centre-halves in the league at the moment, mate. Big Berra's had a real good season, and so's the young boy Suter, I think it is, that's alongside him. I think they'll be crucial. I think we'll not beat them in the air, but we're not strong enough in the air to challenge them in the air for me. So it'll need to be slick, creative passing to get by they two. So I hope the front four show some sort of the same form as they did last week, mate, where they created all sorts of chances. Their pace and movement was terrific, and that's what we'll need tomorrow to break Hearts down. And that'll stem from good passing for Goss in the midfield, mate. Goss is the man that finds people in space. I think he's hopefully going to be one of our star performers tomorrow. I prefer Jason Holt to Docherty at the moment because of Jason's energy. Will need to be doing a lot of running in that midfield, and he's the man to do it. So the midfield is crucial, but it's beating their centre-backs I'm worried about, mate, as I said earlier.
All right, if Sean Goss plays and he influences the game, do we win, Bridge?
Yes. I think he's absolutely crucial. He's pivotal, isn't he? He's got to be able to run the show the way he wants to see it and run, the way we would like to see it and run as well. So he's got to be able to find the passes and get the team running up and moving up as a unit. Obviously, helped by other people in the midfield because he can't do it on his own, but he's a sort of brains. And he's got a lovely free kick. He takes a nice free kick. So we've got danger everywhere. It takes not a bad corner as well, but a look at it. But I've got a different opinion of you guys to the two centre-halves at Hearts. I think Bear is a very, very lucky centre-half that he hasn't had more yellow cards and red cards with doubling up on yellows. Because I think he gets away with an awful lot of stupid free kicks. Stupid fouls, and the referees just turn a blind eye and just let it go. You watch him; he's right on top of the centre forward. His hands all over him, round his neck, and all the rest of it, and he just gets away with it. And I don't understand how, but then again, what the hell? So he gets away with it.
I think his style of play came for DVDs of watching yourself, Bridge.
No, I think he's a rough and tumble centre half, but he's more in the physical side than skill.
Aye.
Whereas the boy Shooter has come onto a game. He actually can play a bit of football, but I don't think he's as quick. When he tries to play the football, the ball sometimes goes that wee bit too far in front of him, and he stretches and lunges and he gives away some daft free kicks like that, you know.
Could I just make a quick point, Oxford, on the game tomorrow? I think I don't particularly like doing it, but I think it's crucial. I think it's a crucial point. Mr. Beaton has been appointed for this game tomorrow. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be interesting to see if we can be refereed fairly this time, because his previous two visits. Who
was the other one against? Obviously the Hibs one. Was it Hamilton? Was it St John's? Was that the other game she done?
I'm not 100% sure, but there was 2 games this season, mate.
Or was it Motherwell?
It might well.
Get Google
him. I just think I'm not wanting to sound like one of them. I really am, but it's. I think it is a crucial point, mate. I think this guy is. I've never seen a refereeing performance like this before. Ibrox, that guy took it to new levels, mate. I've never seen somebody being able to. I've never ever really said. When I came away for that Hibs game, I was just like, that guy was a cheat. You know, I hate to say it.
Absolutely, pal.
I'm never like that. I'm not like that. I agree with a lot with the professionals say. He even says self out across the season, but I've got major concerns.
It was a bad decision sending Ryan Jack off, wasn't it? I mean,
it wasn't just that, mate. Though it was. I mean, it was a lack of. I mean, the boy, the one for me was just galling was the Morelos one, when he's getting attacked at his neck and it's a foul the other way. Do you know what I mean? I'm just going, how's that? You know, I've never seen a refereeing performance like that before, mate. I really have.
Hibs and Hamilton it was.
Aye, Hibs and Hamilton. He only does the games with H's then at Ibrox to the side. You know.
Think it'll be a factor tomorrow, mate.
I hope no, mate. I hope we're no one here discussing the referee's performance, because that generally means that we've not won the match.
No.
But you never know, mate. You never know.
I think it'll be a big factor, man.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I think a lot of the Rangers fans will be kind of getting concerned about this guy, you know, and the consistency. And I think they bring in another referee and he'll do it similar. Maybe they'll do it as much or as bad as cheating beating, but there's so many times that they get cheated. Rangers have been cheated for so many times it's not real. You see some terrible, dreadful free kicks and they don't even speak to them. And you think to yourself, was that a free kick? Or a man in a different position? A man who's seeing it right? That one you mentioned with Morales, the guy's got his hand on his neck nearly.
Yeah.
And wait a minute, what are you doing? You're fouling that guy. Go away.
I mean, I think that the man at Inn's got it. You know, it's probably one of the worst refereeing performances I've ever seen against us. It really was. You know, I think Hamilton as well was atrocious. Obviously, I think I agree with Oxley. I don't really want to be a factor tomorrow, because if we play well, it should be a factor. But it's one of the ones. For me, I just don't think. I just hope it's not a big factor tomorrow for us. You know.
Fingers crossed. I mean, we'll see.
It's
I mean,
a bad
obviously,
day. It's a bad day when Rangers fans are thinking, is the ref going to have an impact on this game? No, you want to go to Ibrox to watch the Rangers, and here you're going to see the Rangers. But wait a minute, who's the referee? I didn't even know half the referees' names before in the far distant past. You know, a bother to it was, you know. And now they're that bad against us, it's not real.
Yeah, they're a poor batch we've got at the moment, in my opinion. We'll see how it goes. I hope he's not an influence mount. I really do, because I just want us to go play with good football and pace. I'm looking forward to seeing Jamie Murphy again tomorrow. I'm starting to enjoy him. Fox, who's doing the twisting or whatever. Somebody go on mute, please. Carry on, Fox.
He's improving steadily, mate. I wasn't too sure of him at first when I watched him, but as his fitness get better, he's get better. I like him because he can score a goal, but he also plays with his head up, mate. He can find other players, bring them into the game and create chances that way. He's unselfish the way he squared the ball to Morales, where most players would have just had a pop at goal. He had his head up, knocked back a lovely wee cut back for a tap in for Morales, mate. I think he's starting to get a good understanding with Windass, who comes to help him at times, and they two kind of work have wee 1-2s. I am being impressed with him, mate. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season watching him myself.
Against Hamilton last week, mate, he looked a different player than he did in his sort of debut. His fitness is improving and he's getting better involved.
He was showing his quality against. His quality was unbelievable against Hamilton. I think I agree with you, mate. He was just not that bad time to find his match sharpness. I think we're going to see the benefit of Murphy. I think it's also balances the team out as well. We Candias on the other side. We how good Candias and Tavernier, John and Murphy are obviously getting a good partnership, and that partnership's sort of blossoming as well. So it feels like the team's more balanced for me. I think also the crucial thing with Murphy as well is, I think you guys, I think it was yourself that mentioned it in the after show against Hamilton, was that he's constantly looking for space and constantly finding himself in space, and that's it. That's a sign of a good player. When they've got time on the ball and they've got time to find that space and find that pass as well. And his quality against Hamilton was absolutely fantastic. Head up all the time and also looking for that killer pass and providing good quality in the boxes as well. So I think he's going to be a massive player that for the rest of the season. Hopefully beyond, mate.
I think I'm looking forward to him. Obviously, Morales scored goals, but the man that's been doing the business for his Ibrox Loyal, his last 4 games, is it 9 goals?
9 goals in 4 games, yeah. Absolutely outstanding, mate. Really proud of him, mate. He's actually turned into the player that I thought we were going to get for Accrington after watching him when he was down there. When he played in the position that he's playing in now, that's where he got all his goals from, mate. He is a lethal finisher. He can score all sorts of goals. He can set up goals and that as well. So he's starting to turn into the full package. I seen a bit of it last week that he done a wee bit of defensive work running about the hour mark as well. I know you might not believe that, but you can check that back.
I must have missed that.
It's been about the 65th minute, mate. Which we all criticise him for not doing much else in the game, but I'm proud of him for that, and hopefully it continues, mate, because in recent matches I've not seen him hiding, and as I say now, that it's like 2 hat-tricks within a space of 5 matches as well, so he's got to be commended for that, and hopefully his great form continues into the coming weeks.
Just to see if his training's working, if that was the 65th minute when he done that, how long was it to go?
That would have been 25.
Oh, he's coming on excellent, Bridge, isn't he? Huh? What was Bridge?
Big improvement since he met that lassie. He's a
different boy, isn't he?
Absolutely. You keep her, pal. She's good for you.
Yeah, all that nonsense is went, Mount. All the nonsense. Get the stag do's back on, Mount.
Oh, mate, it's going to be mad, mate. It's going to be mad, man. He's going to get tied to poles, man. He's going to get...
you behave.
Oh, mate, the stuff that's going to happen, man, it'll be memorable for him. He's going to...
You running it, Mount Vernon?
I'm running a bus, mate. I'm running a bus for... I'm running a bus to Prague. We're running a bus to Prague, mate, aye.
My information is Ibrox Loyal's been tied to a few poles, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Aye. I think he's going to get a few wee things to him. He's going to... I think Prague or maybe Amsterdam. I don't know, mate.
Amsterdam sounds very promising.
Aye, mate. Overnight we could run a bus, man. Overnight, me that bus can be in a low ox chair, so maybe maybe come via Oxfordshire if you don't mind, mate.
Well, I'm not gone, mate. I've not been invited.
Mate, you'll be invited if there's a stag, mate. You'll be invited. I'm not sure about that.
You're my plus one.
No. Me, Bridge and Fox are going in a stretch limo.
Very good. Brilliant.
Aye, so he'll be hanging. We'll be getting him ready for his stag do.
Proxy Teddy's driving.
Off.
Proxy Teddy. I'll tell you what. Bear with blindfolds on it.
Also, you don't get your chauffeur to do it for
Oh my God.
You don't get your chauffeur to do it for the boys now.
Boys my chauffeur's got to get his holidays like everybody else, you know. I'm very fair like that, Ibrox, as you know.
No, very much so, mate, very much so.
Anyway, that's something to look forward to this summer, Ibrox stag do. But I'm just going to ask you quickly, and it's a simple question before we go to the tunes. Are we going to win tomorrow, Ibrox?
Yes. 2-0, mate, 2-0.
Yeah. All right. Bridgman?
Yes. I'll go for a 1-0.
Oh, I wrote that down already.
Very happy, very happy.
I'd take that tomorrow, mate. I really would. I mean that. Obviously, I'd like to see 3 or 4, but I'd take 1. Fox?
Of course we're going to win tomorrow. Of course we are.
Yep. All right. Did you get that message sorted, by the way?
Not yet.
All right, okay. Mount Vernon?
As long as it's one Merlin name, I don't mind. Yes.
I agree with you there, but I just think with the quality of all of a sudden with the boy Goss and the way Morelos is playing, Windas's goals, I think it'll be too much for them, mate. I can see us winning as comfortable as we did at Murrayfield. There you go. I think we've come on a long way since then. Our team's nearly different when you think about it. Danny Wilson, it could be Bates and Martin. You've Goss, you could have Docherty, but I think Holt will play. You've got Candias who played at Murrayfield. Jamie Murphy never played. Windass has played in a different position. And I just think we've improved a lot, and hopefully we can take that to the top and put it on the pitch and score goals. Anyway, if you don't mind going on mute, Fox is going to give us a tune.
This one's a wee bit longer than normal, because Bridge PM can he have a decent toilet break, because he's constipated, so let's go.
Have you seen the Glasgow Rangers? Have you seen the boys in blue? They're admired by all who know them. If you saw them, so would you. Loved by all, they are good sportsmen. For their play, they top the poll. There's a roar that beats Southampton when they score a winning goal. On the slopes of dear old Ibrox, thousands gather for their play, and they're glorious and victorious when the Rangers win the day. They have played in Monaco, they have played in the USA, but the greatest game in history is the game on New Year's Day. It's the home of famous heroes, and their praises have been sung. Willie Waddle, Tory Gillig, Alan Morton and George Young. So when all my life has ended, and when death has made its mark, may you scatter all my ashes on the slopes of Ibrox Park. With the angels I'll be singing up in heaven in the glen. I'll be happy and content. contented when the Rangers win again. On my flute I will be playing, in the sky way up above. I'll be singing follow, follow, to the Rangers that I love. Follow, follow, we will follow Rangers. Up the falls, Derry's walls, we will follow on. Follow, follow, we will follow Rangers. If they go to Dublin, we will follow on. God bless my home in dear old Ulster. God bless my wife and family too. God bless the flag that I lie under, the Union Jack, red, white and blue. God bless my home in dear old Ulster. God bless my wife and family too. God bless the flag that I lie under, the Union Jack, red, white and blue. Glory, 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 listen to the band. We're from the Thornley Bank, we're the best band in the land. Glory, 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 listen to the band. We are the Thornley Bank, we're the best band in the land. Oh, the blue bells are blue. 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 Sure, it is old, but it is beautiful, and its colours, they are fine. It was worn at Derry Ocarim in a school and a boy. My father wore it as a youth in the bygone days of yore, and it's on the 12th I long to wear the sash my father wore. It is so fun, it is beautiful, and its colours, they are fine. It was worn at Derry Ocarim in a school and a boy. My father wore it as a youth in the bygone days of yore, and it's on the 12th I long to wear the sash my father wore.
I wouldn't say that was long, but Bridge, shout out.
Shout out, aye. Well done, by the way. That was really good.
That was a nice wee sash flash.
That was very good. That was very good. I was singing along to that, Foxy.
There's a problem with that. You're trying to help the man out, so he goes for his toilet break, like he asked for, that's fine, understand that. But then he has a cup of tea, and then it's that long he needs another toilet break.
Big question in my mind, was it a sing or a supper?
I tell you, I know one thing, I know who it was that we needed a long toilet break, I know.
I know, and it wasn't you, Bridget, it
definitely wasn't me, that's for sure.
It's 40 ounce, it's a Friday, isn't it?
40 ounce a Friday.
You need the toilet breaks, don't you?
Absolutely, after 30 ounces you need to go.
surely that put you in the mood for the game tomorrow, mate. I was bringing back
really
all
good.
sorts of memories for me, mate.
The Dan Busters in there as well, nice.
Well, we used to sing these, not to that tune admittedly, but we used to sing these songs when we were younger, and it was these were the songs we sang. Really good stuff.
Some of these songs were out when you were younger.
Oh, true enough. No, we used to sing all these songs. Yeah, they were all there, you know.
I remember the Dan Buster band tune, or the song that goes to that, because that used to get played every Champions League match.
The Dan Busters happened after Bridge was young.
No, I know, I'm not saying that. Yeah, just a wee quick shout out and a well done to one of your strikers who's at loan at the moment. Young Ryan Hardy. That's 4-4, and he scored the winner against Dundee Stum United tonight. So
what was the score?
2-1 Livingston won, mate. Ryan Hardy get the winner. So.
They're the form horses in that league at the moment,
absolutely. Where on earth are Dundee United now in that league?
Third.
I think they're nearly fourth now, mate. They're nearly fourth now. They're slitting down, mate, aye.
I would love it if they went out of business. I'd love it if they went out of business.
That would be just wonderful. I would just put a really good feeling on the season, you know.
Aye.
Rangers have a great end to the season, and now and Dundee United fail. That would just be wonderful.
Dundee, if Dunfermline go on a good run, Bridge, they could put them into fifth.
Well, you know, I'd be fighting my conscience there. I guess you start mentioning Dundee United and Dunfermline in the same breath. It's kind of I suffer a wee bit, you know. I don't know which one I hate the most. Well, I do actually, but I can't say it.
I think the consideration is, it'd be good to see if they. I mean, it really would be funny to see their club to go out of business. I think it would.
Would it be just desserts, Mount? Would you say?
I think it would, mate. I think it would. I think the clubs like that who, I think Alan McCoy summed it up right. You know, take your kick when you've got a chance, because we're coming back and we're coming to get you. You know,
I must admit, they've still got a couple of games in hand.
Yeah, I know, but they've got to win them. They can't beat anybody.
Oh, absolutely.
You're right, mate. We're coming. But if people want to join us on the show, what's the number, Fox?
0141 356 1972.
Or where else can you join us, Fox?
You can join us at rangersradio.online, where I'll bring you in and get you into the call straight away.
What can you talk about, Fox?
Anything Rangers. I especially want them to phone in because I want them to give their views. Is the title race on or off?
On or off. On or off. Mount Vernon, on or off?
Ask me at 5 o'clock tomorrow.
I'll take that splinter out your backside. On or off? Come on.
I'm on the Rangers, it's bloody on. Come on, into this mob. Fucking right in there.
Go yourself, Mount Vernon. Go yourself.
You'll get dropped. Yes.
Go yourself up.
I'm on the Rangers.
We've been joined by Alan.
Evening, Al.
Hello?
Hello.
Nah, it's been a Brisbane. Hello, how you doing? I'm not going to mention that mob tonight in case I get kicked.
It was me, Al. It was me.
I took that in the wrong manner. Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Carry on. What's on your mind?
Aye. A title race is. Well, it's definitely on. Of course, there's not a chance in. You like to say hell? Did I get a yellow card for that?
No.
There's not a chance in hell that Hearts will beat us tomorrow. If Hearts beat us tomorrow, I will.
Don't say it.
Don't say it, Daft.
Let's just think about it.
I'm not going to be.
Will you run naked up and down Duke Street?
No, no.
Alexander Page just to play.
He's not that.
Just in case if he sprains an ankle in the morning or something.
It's a bit cold right enough, Al. You know you've got.
You could run up Gangad Hill with your Ranger scarf on. You'd be very welcome.
I'll tell you, I've bloody day every winning.
I think sometimes when we're coming up to games, we've got too much negativity, haven't we? If you think, I think if you listen to some of the shows going by on Friday nights or Saturdays during the day or whatever, it's like, oh, we're playing so-and-so and this might happen or that might happen. And I know it's all great because it's fan stuff, but come on, that Hearts team's not going to beat us. We've got Morelos up front. We've got Candace in a wing. We've got Murphy in a wing. I don't care who plays in midfield. There's not a chance that Hearts team's keeping us it. Who's the centre-half? Suter and... Berra, the Scottish lad. Aye. There's not a chance they're stopping us. Andy runs it in for midfield. They're in big bother because they're mega slow. I'm hopeful that the wee guy Doherty plays, but you heard me what I went and said about Holt as well. I'm alright with Holt playing. I just don't think he's got enough.
We've got a caller coming in on the phone. I'll come right back to
you. On you go.
How we doing, caller?
Alright, it's Gary.
How we doing, Gary? Alright, mate?
Hey, Gary, how you doing, bud?
Alright, mate, how's it going? Just to answer your question, 55 is coming this year.
Wow, love it. Love it, pal.
Oh,
love it, Gary.
They get beat at the week. They don't win at the weekend. We win now.
I would go alone. I think they're both
United are big thing in football. Like.
Aye, it is, mate. It is.
Just remember 2005.
Oh, Gary, don't do this to me.
Helicopters.
2005, 2 games to go. We're from like 4 points behind.
And what happened?
We won the league at Easter Road.
Yeah. Fox, title chase on. Come on, answer Gary.
Aye, there is a possibility. It's not sitting on the fence, but there's a good possibility it could be on, mate. I wonder what would happen if the rearranged fixtures meant the last game of the season was Rangers v Celtic, mate, at Ibrox. That would be good, eh?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the Polish letting that happen? What's the chance of that happening? It'd be wonderful. And we beat them. Oh, my God.
That is not happening. Please, Scotland are not allowing that. That's a fact, man.
Well, we've got to have 2 teams come to us at home. How can the last one not be them, mate, and make it a right cliffhanger? Do you think they would be crapping themselves if that happened to be the draw, mate?
I think the last game of the season, I think they'll probably have Celtic at home against whomever, you know. I don't think it'll let it be Ibrox. I don't think so.
They'll be at home against the weakest team in the 6, mate.
In all probability, yeah. In all probability.
Can I just clarify something? Just quietly, sorry, just to cut across, but how is that possible if their first game is at home? Surely it must work either way, no?
No, I think they'll work it out. Whatever way they work it out. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if the last game of the season had Celtic at Parkhead.
Anyway, lads, we'll be joined by another caller. I think it's for Global Ambassador, and then we'll go back to Gary. Evening, Global Ambassador.
Alan.
All right, boys. How are you?
All right, mate.
Good day,
mate. Oh, God, I'm not too good today. I'm at my work. It's my birthday. I tried that.
Happy birthday,
Happy 25th. Happy 25th
to you.
Wait a minute.
Happy birthday to
Fox, get the tune dog out for Big Al. We'll go back to Gary while Fox is singing
Global Ambassador. Happy birthday to you.
Did you get rid of that blockage, Fred? Thanks very much, gentlemen. Very much appreciated. It's good to know he's a thinking about me.
The big 5 only comes around once in a lifetime.
Oh, I've got a few years before I hit that big chat. I'm alright. Fit as a fiddle.
You're 70.
Aye. 42, boys. 42.
Ooh, 42.
I'm punching above my weight, man. Punching above my weight. Can I go back to Mr. Murty's interview?
On you go, and then we'll go back to Gary. On you go, make your point, mate.
Aye, sorry, I'll keep it short. I'm still no 100% in favour of him. And I think sometimes, I know people are saying about this Warburton style, he's coming across. Look, the only thing that matters, it doesn't really matter what he says in front of the camera, whether he's good, bad, or
winning football matches, mate. Winning.
It's as simple as that. And I think his record isn't great. We're a high, we're down, we're up, we're down, we're all over the place. I was listening to something else and I heard somebody say, and I thought it was a really good adjective, he thinks that Rangers are vulnerable. I think that sums us up. I think we're still vulnerable in areas, and I think that comes with a mentality that the manager must instill in the players. I don't think he's quite got that, because I think he's vulnerable and that's reflected in our team. I hope it goes away. In regards to the league title, I'm sorry, guys, I don't think it's achievable this season. I think we've stumbled. As I say, that vulnerable thing, I'm not confident about tomorrow. I've got a feeling that we'll win, but I'm not 100% sure that we will win. I've got a funny feeling it'll be like a draw or something, and they might drop points, or they'll go on, and because I can't see Aberdeen. McInnes has never beaten them, has he? So I don't hold much hope for Aberdeen getting any points off them. But I just feel a few weeks ago, and especially the Hibs game at Ibrox, for me, it showed us that we were vulnerable, and especially at home, mate. I'm sorry to say that, but that's just my feeling on it. I think we lack a wee bit in defence.
All right, can I come across you? Can I cut across you, mate?
Aye, look, I'm going to go anyway. But
all right, we'll take that point and bring the panel, mate. You enjoy your birthday, big man.
Before I get... Oh, I'll do that. Thanks very much, gentlemen. Thanks for the song.
Cheers, mate. I know Gary and Big Al want to join, but we're joined by a new caller. Evening, caller.
I'm no new. I'm just phoning you for a different location.
All right.
Travel.
Travel. Oh, you mean?
Stop your
You sound very posh on the phone.
You can tell
You're a self-travel boy.
Alright, because it's only travel, I'll go back to Gary. How we doing, travel?
Aye, good. I'm in somewhere in the North Atlantic, somewhere between Shetland and Faroe.
Must be warm up there, is it?
Over in ice here. Oh, I phoned in because I could hear my mate Mount there. The young team are obviously struggling with a cold. I'm literally, and I can hear my pal Mount's got it too. So I was here to give a little bit of sympathy for Mount Vernon there.
Cheers, bro.
Oh, you got the cold?
And murder. Epidemic on board. Somebody's no wash their hands in monkeys. Anyway, the Hibs game a few weeks ago really, really hurt me. And I think it was because I thought that was a chance. If we were going to win the league, that was a game we needed to win. Still hope that we're going to do it, but that game, it really, really... Probably, I think when I phoned in, I was gutted because I just seen that was just one game too many that we've dropped points that we should have won. So still think we can do it, because I think they're no getting stronger, or they don't even appear to be turning any kind of corner. They just but could you imagine even just getting 3 points and sitting there 6 points after them instead of what were they now, 9, 10?
9, pal, 9.
9. So it would have been unfortunate if we'd dropped 3 points, Bridgewater.
It's all if, buts, and maybe that's the problem, travel. It's frustrating there. Oh, I lost him. Gary, what's been... All right, sorry, mate. Gary, what's been the I like your confidence. I hope you're proved right, mate. In fact, if you're proved right, I'll come and find you and I'll take you for a large one. How's that sound?
Yeah, I hope you're right. You'll win the league.
Aye. Might take me a few days to find you right enough because I might be on it myself. But
just got me Blasky, I'll be the guy in the pub.
Alright, okay, alright. What's been the frustrations for you, Gary? What's been the big... No, the positivity's coming back with some of the points we've dropped. It's been sore, isn't
it? St Johnstone at Ibrox. That was horrific. Okay.
Especially when we got the goal. We got the goal, went 1-0 up, aye?
That was horrific. Of course, chopped it that day. Just chopped it, it was like... Nay, at nothing. As soon as they scored the second goal, there was nothing. You seen the feeds all going down, all looking about themselves. Not wanting saying, let's get up for this and win this game. No. That was a big thing for me, like.
Aye.
After that, I thought that's it, it's done. There's no chance of getting second. I haven't won the league.
Now you've went full circle, have you?
Aye. I actually say to the boys that thinks me, we will finish third. We were lucky to finish third. After again.
Oh man. Dude, you guys, that's travel, man. Gary, you sound like somebody stole your sweeties, man.
Travel's trying to suck a fisherman's friend, Al. You leave him alone.
It's 2-2. Oh, I've got to step in. You pumping hearts. Come on, you shoes. And if Aberdeen don't beat Celtic, I mean, it's not the end of the world. But if you look back on the games, and I'm just saying this off the top of my head, right, because I can't remember, as you know, it was the Aberdeens and the Hibs and that maybe were taking point. Well, Hibs did, didn't they? Hibs did, actually. But somebody with shit teams were taking points off Celtic, so Bob's for anti this year. I can see us doing 55, I'm not kidding on.
I love it, Al. I absolutely love it, mate.
Absolutely love it. Well said, Al. Well said, pal. I like it.
I just think there's a long way to go, guys. You know, I think to play devil's advocate a wee bit, I think we need to see in games like tomorrow, games like Tuesday night. You know, they're the games that we really need to win. You know, they're the games that our champions are made of. You know, getting up in a cold, February night to Perth and getting a result against a big physical team at Ibrox that are going to be, 4 banks of 4, penned in. This is where it's going to. This is where they really see the men commit, and we need to see this for our team. We need to see them tomorrow and get and, absolutely demolish this team tomorrow, and then go into Tuesday and get a result. That for me is what we can do. If we can win the rest of our games, the rest of the season, then we can see what happens. But other than that, that's the only thing we've got to focus on as your team,
Won these 4 games, Gary, and then travel. Won these 4 games, and the season is really shaping up. The 4 games being obviously Hearts at Johnstone in the Cup, and then we play them. Won the 4 games, and the season is gone. Don't know where it's going to end up. Gary?
We win the 4 games, and we got that split. That'll be 3 points. They'll all go. If we get them to 3 points, they'll all go. They were 11 point clearers on the 31st of December.
Aye, fair point, mate. Travel rug. On you go, Gary, carry on, mate.
Aye. They were going that game thinking they were finishing the year 14 points ahead of us.
Aye.
To be fair, 75% of Rangers fans probably thought that day.
Aye, you might right you say that, mate. And we should have won. We should have won the game, eh?
Aye, I know I was there.
We should have won.
No, broke my leg jumping. Morelos missed that chance. Could have scored.
You be taking chances, Gary.
From where you'd be watching it with the Rangers fans, mate, it would have looked like a goal, eh?
Aye, I was right behind the goal, basically.
Well, you sat in the celly then, were you?
No, well, to the left.
Don't let him do it, Gary. Don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. Trust me.
Are you there, Travel Rug?
Still here, aye. Do you know the other good thing about it, but is that see for long enough we've been terrified about this playing against them. Didn't matter whether it was Ibrox
and now we're desperate to play them.
We were never really confident going into it, and now we're desperate to play them. And we want them, don't we? And that's a good thing because all the fans are looking forward to it. Hopefully the players are looking forward to it. I think we're all beginning to feel that we're starting to get ready for it. Listen, I know what Alan's saying about me being. I'm usually the optimistic one. It's just that
he's quite a negative person, really, Alan. He can't change his nature.
I know. I'll be negative. I come out here today a 3 or 4 day job. I'm still here 10 days later, and there's no end in sight. So
and that's because you're obviously not very good.
And then they've told me I'm going to get shifted out to go and work out in Norway for the next 6 weeks. So, scunnered.
6 weeks? Wait a minute. Let me do the maths.
That's it. Ibrox Loyal will do that. Ibrox Loyal will do that. Convert it to percentages and everything for you.
I've had one too many shandies now.
Here, I can tell Ibrox Loyal. You can tell Ibrox Loyal. For some reason, there was 20 ton of fried chicken arrived on the quayside when we were leaving Portland.
The sat nav was just about half.
I love it.
2 days he lasted that job, travel rug. Logistics, Kentucky Fried Chicken. 2 days he lasted.
You're going to miss the Rangers Celtic game, mate.
I'm negotiating.
That's
as long as I can get him.
Criminal, mate.
Whoa. I'm negotiating to get him for a few days, and if I can get it, it's going to be over that weekend. But
good.
What about our trip, mate?
But I'll see. Anyway, I'll be him, and I'll get the ticket sent to you. So.
What about our trip, mate?
What about the stag night, do?
I'll get in touch with you. I'll send you an email, mate.
Just let me know. Text us,
Can I put your name down for the bus going to Amsterdam for Ibrox Loyal's stag do?
He's one of the older ones. He'll be in the stretch limo.
Oh, is he? Right, okay. He's not part of the young team. I thought you were part
I'll tell you what.
Thought you were part of the young team, mate.
I'm assuming it's
I've also been enjoying.
Am I right in saying that we're going to have chicken on the buffet at his wedding, are we?
By the way, I'm dealing with the logistics.
Talking about catering, we've been joined by our catering expert, Rudy Bear. We've also been joined by our Mr. Positivity, Blue Shadow. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Evening, guys.
Hi, folks.
Everybody.
How's it going, Rudy?
Aye, good. I had a hard day at work today. I began here about 20 minutes ago, man. I'm knackered. But aye, good. Everything's good, Looking forward to this game tomorrow. So.
How we doing, Blue Shadow?
You get up, Rudy?
One at a time, Bridges. A lot on Blue Shadow. How we doing?
I'm doing fine, boys. It's just I came on to talk about the football, so if there's plenty of you on, I might as well drop off as well.
You might be the only one that knows. No. You might be the only one that knows about football. So
I was going to say you might know something about it. Right enough.
What's on your mind, Blue?
Well, I mean, the main thing is about tomorrow. Sort of like the main thing we need to concentrate on is. Well, we know that the game is going to get a bit physical because that beating couldn't control certain things in a brewery, So we need to, when they start dishing it out, we need to stand up to them and battle in midfield. Because if we can do that and stand up to them when they start that nonsense, we're far more skillful players in general, and we'll just take them apart. And I can see if we can control that area in front of our back four, I reckon we can put 2 or 3 past them.
I hope you're right. I'll take that to Rudy. And I think, is that Travel Rog get strapped to it or Gary Fox? All right. On you go, Rudy. What do you think of that?
I'm going for a 3-1. I think Blue Shadows, right? Rangers. I think that this sort of Ibrox form, it's got to turn at some point. They can't keep losing at Ibrox, and sort of the bigger games, I mean, it's twice we've lost to Hibs, we've lost to. I mean, I just heard, just as I come in, you were talking about the frustration of losing points still at Hamilton and St Johnstone, and it is very frustrating because what a season we could be having, we hadn't dropped these silly points But tomorrow, for me, they just have to keep winning, keep playing the way they're playing, keep scoring the goals, and and keep the winning run going. I don't know who it was that said it. I think it might have been Alan63 said that if we push them right to the end of the season, and we get it down to like 6 points, their bottle will crash, because they've not had that for 5 years now, whatever. They've not had a team that close to them that's pushing them at the end of the season. And I think just now we're more than capable of doing that. I mean, I see Alves is back now, Lee Wallace is back in the squad. So we've got some big hitters coming back, good guys to have sitting on the bench, So for me, I don't see any reason why we can't beat them. The only worry I have is beating. That's the worry I have, is that cretin. I just can't stand the guy. I just honestly can't stand him. And I would think that by the end of 90 minutes tomorrow we'll be talking about him again, because the guy's a moron, But we need to we need to go out and play our game. So we need to toughen up in the midfield, and we need to be more solid at the back, because they've been playing fairly well the last sort of 5 games or so, So we need to be careful tomorrow. But I think we've got the wherewithal to beat them. I think we've got the better players for a start.
Do you think it'll be that long? If we take 3 points tomorrow and they get points taken off them when they're up in the sheepland, do you think it'll take that long before the bottle's gone? I reckon it'll start then.
I don't know if you've noticed, Blue Shadow, but in the last couple of days since their battering the other night, some of them not very happy with Brenda. They're starting to question him. So you can tell that they've already started. As I said, if we could get that down to 6 points, let's face it, Aberdeen and Derek McInnes are well overdue a win against them.
9 games, mate. 9 games.
Well, there you go. Well overdue a win, Blue Shadow. So if they can do that on Sunday, we can get that down to 6 points, and then they've got to come to Ibrox to face us after the cup game. There's no telling what could happen. Honestly, there's no telling. That team, they've never been tested with a team chasing them down to the end of the season.
You're here, mate. You're here. Alan 63.
I was going to say, there's no telling. Yeah, there's no telling as to how this league's going to go as regards results, because like I said earlier, the results they're mental. Apart from, I think it was Hibs drew them, didn't they? I'm right in saying that. Yes, game. Yeah.
Right. They were 2-0 ahead that game, Alan. 2-0 ahead they won that game, and Hibs came back and drew to Eachville.
There you go. But there's others, let's call them Diddy teams, let's call them for what they are. There's a few of them have got draws. I mean, Celtic's they've had a few draws, no? And that's why they dropped Murray's 2 points. Aye, there you go.
They've only taken 1 point for the last 2 games.
So, although you look at it on paper, right, we're playing Hearts, blah, blah, blah. Hearts are pish, we'll beat them. Aberdeen against Celtic, Aberdeen might not beat them. But at the same token, the next game that they play might be the one that drop points, because it seems to be the ones that we're not thinking of. So-and-so take points. A night before a game, I usually go to my bed thinking, please God, let so-and-so beat them. But it's turned out it's not the better teams that are taking points off them. It's the crap teams. So they must be lowering their guard the same way as I say we lower our guard. You've got to have the application. You know what I mean?
Well, it's only fair to Alan.
Sorry,
Brad, John, you go, man.
No, I was just going to say, just remember, Alan, that it was Hearts one of the teams that beat them,
I was just
going
to say
they hammered Hearts as well, and we beat Hearts 3-1. Hearts aren't good. They can have their day, but they're not that good.
We need to start against the Alan. We need to start.
They've got that wee boy that plays in midfield, who's supposed
young lad,
played a good game against Brown, but I don't know, because I never saw it. But Docherty must be better than him.
See what you say, it's right there, Alan, what you say. I agree with you 100%, but it's only pertinent if we keep winning. If we start dropping points as well, then it's just it's a wasted opportunity as far as I'm concerned. The first half of the season, most of it under Pedro, obviously, was just an absolute shambles, especially at home. It was just a total shambles. You look at the amount of points we dropped in the first half of the season, it's just laughable, really, and who we dropped them against as well, in many respects, aye. And if we can cut that out, and if we can keep winning, and even against the Diddy teams, obviously. I mean, earlier we gave Hamilton a battering there. We need to keep playing like that. The good football, the passing, the quick movement and everything. The four up front against Hamilton were excellent. It was the dodgy defence, that we had to worry about. We against the bigger teams, the better teams, that defence has got to tighten up a bit, because it can't be as slack as they were at the weekend there.
We can't give the likes of Naismith and Lafferty the chances that we gave Hamilton.
Yeah.
Well, the main thing is most didn't want Lafferty, and the majority didn't want Naismith. So let's not kid ourselves on day 2 of brilliant. They're not. Their day's been and gone. Sure, they're still dangerous. They're still running into lines, as Mr. Murray calls it. They'll run into positions that are they're tasty. They're dangerous positions and that. But can they do the final bit, whether it's a score or whether it's the lay on for whoever to score? I don't think so. No, I think the days have gone.
Now, if you give them you give Naismith a chance inside that 18-yard box, mate, he'll still bury it. It's the getting there that's the problem.
I agree. I think he's still got the quality to score a goal or two. If he's presented with a chance.
It's like Kenny Miller, isn't it?
Aye.
If he gets the ball inside the 18-yard box, he's got every chance of putting it in the net. But it's just getting there that's the problem with him.
Can I ask a question? Is Naismith not injured?
He's injured at the moment, yes, mate. He never played last weekend against Ross County. I think he says it was a hamstring, so I'd imagine it still.
But his hamstrings when he's out for 46, isn't he?
I don't know how long he's been out for, that's the thing, mate.
What?
Fit enough to play, you'll probably start on the bench tomorrow, mate.
Wow.
But we can't be going running scared for Stephen Naismith and Kyle Lafferty. No. And if we are, then you've got to reconsider as to how good your centre backs are.
It's not a matter of being scared, Alan. It's just a matter of making sure they don't get the opportunities, which is exactly what I says. The midfield needs to shut up that hole in front of the forward, which is where they were coming through against Hamilton.
Well, if they're good enough to score against my defence, I'd be thinking, well, we should have looked at this closely. Other than that, your defence isn't what you thought it was in the first place. So,
I think Hearts have got a few injuries as well, Alan. I think the young boy Cochrane's injured. And I think there's another one of the midfielders injured as well. So
Arnold Jim got injured last week as well.
But it's alright slagging some of our defending. And some of our defender has been poor, we know that. We're coming for a long way back with poor defenders and trying to get it right. We've no got that boy Rob at the back anymore, so we can't slag him. And I think we should be more looking towards what they've got in their defence and bloody going at them. I mean, let's take the onus off your defence. Let's just keep the whole game in their half.
That's easier said than done.
Aye, I know, but they're no world beat us. We're not playing Real Madrid tomorrow.
He's right. It's no Barcelona we're playing. Look how easy we ended up beating them in the last time. They had one effort. They scored a goal. Lafferty's free kick. The boy had a shot. The young boy had a shot. And after that, we totally controlled the game at Murrayfield.
I think this is a different team, though, Ox, to be honest with you. I don't think they're the same shambles they were back then. I think he's tightened them up at the back. He's made them hard to beat. I'm not saying they're world beaters or any stretch of the imagination. We should be able to break them down. But for me, he's made them tighter, harder to beat at the back. As a team, as a unit, rather, they're harder to beat, and they're certainly more solid at the back. I don't think we'll get it as easy.
Can I cut across you, Rudy? Sorry, the call back.
Aye. Where you go, mate?
Is that you, Gary, or is that Travel?
Aye, Gary.
All right, Gary.
You can hear the show in the background, mate.
Refresh the show, mate, or turn the show off, aye.
There you
go. Aye, or put Bridge on, we can get me talk to yourself. Sorry, Bridge, sorry. You just, the look you gave me there, oh dear.
What's
he wearing? What's Bridge got on?
It's a nice Hawaii number.
Nothing.
I'm not getting nothing. Hawaii number with a tank top.
From Russia with love.
No, he's off again.
I thought you were quite good at that number. Do you know any it, Bridge, or just the code, that bit?
That's the only bit I know.
Practicing that for 2 days.
Gary, what's on your mind, mate? What's on your mind?
Just what I was saying about how Naismith and that long score. They only got the chance to score because their midfield's rotten.
There you go.
Their midfield's rotten. Their two best players are out. Their two best centre midfielders are out.
Is it just that we are... It's not that Nini's think we're going to win, it's just that we've had that many false dawns.
That's exactly what it is. We've had that many disappointments and stuff like that.
We're frightened to come out and say, like Al 63, and say, we're going to win 3 or 4 here.
Yeah, I think we're going to win 2 or 3 because we just need to control that area in front of the back four.
Aye.
Can we start the game, please? Can we get our team to start the game this week?
That's a good point, Bridge. That's a good point. We're so slow at start. It takes us 15 minutes to get into a game, before we start playing football, and that's got to change. Especially at Ibrox, that's got to change. They should come out there and fly at them in the morning for the first whistle,
Scary, isn't it?
Some of the performances, Bridge, has been just shocking at Ibrox, just the amount of points, like I said. You can't keep that up. That's got to change in the second half of the season. If we have any pretensions at all, I don't anything at all in the league, and chasing them down, the home record's got to change. It's got to get way better than it has been in the first half of the season. It's got to start with tomorrow. We'll see the metal in tomorrow. We'll see the metal.
If we don't win tomorrow, mate, that's it, mate. Let's be real honest about it.
It's gone then, yeah. Totally. Especially if they got points against Aberdeen, whether it's a draw or whether they lose. Because I say Aberdeen's well overdue a win against them. So whether they lose the game or whether they draw, and if we can't, it only matters if we keep winning. If we throw points at Ibrox tomorrow, for instance, against Hearts, then it's a waste of time. It doesn't matter.
A draw suit me. We need to win. We need to win tomorrow, guys.
Enough
100%.
for negative waves, but Bridge, we're going to win.
I'm saying that we need to win tomorrow, and then we can worry. Don't care what happens to them in reality. As far as I'm concerned,
let me just go to Gary and get his teammate, and then I'll come to you, Rudy, if that's all right.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
Gary's not on that often. Gary, he's your team for tomorrow. Then Rudy, and then Blue with your team.
Fodernham, Tav, John, Alves,
yep. Bates, yep.
Docherty, Goss, Windass, Candias, Murphy, Morelos.
Give your midfield again, mate.
Goss, Docherty, and Windass.
Right, so 3 in the midfield.
Aye. Windass sort of just further forward.
Right. Did you say Candias as well?
Aye, Candias on the right, Murphy on the left.
4-3-2-1. Swap we play almost every week.
Okay, alright, mate. I get it. Just the way you gave them out. So you're playing Docherty and you're bringing Alves back for Russell Martin. Alright.
Nobody convinced me Martin at all since his time.
Alright, okay.
I know.
Rudy.
Alves is attitude and that. I thought best defender.
I agree with Gary. I would go with 4-2-3-1. I think that's probably what Graham Murphy will go with tomorrow. And I'd have Docherty there.
That's the dusty bin formation. They call that the dusty bin formation.
I'd have wee Holt on the bench, and I'd play with Docherty because of his physicality, because he's more physical than Holt is. I like Jason Holt. I think I prefer Docherty for him because I think that midfield's going to be a bit of a battle. I just basically it'd be the same for me, same players as I'd even bring Alves in because, like Gary's just said, Russell Martin's not exactly covered his selling glory. I mean, against Hamilton, he was shocking at times. I thought, especially with the goal that he caused, what he was thinking, I don't know. So I'd go with the same team as Gary. Gary's going with there.
Right, listen to Blue Shadow. He usually goes for something a wee bit different.
Is this what we think Mr. Murphy will do tomorrow?
I'll take what you would do first.
Actually, you never asked. I would have changed that then.
No, I never asked you that, Rudy. Never asked you that.
Okay.
Blue Shadow's my favourite.
I'll not say what he calls me off later on when the show's finished.
I've heard what he says about you, Blue. I've heard it.
You know me, Rudy. I can't only tell the truth. On you go, Blue. The team that you would pick.
I would pick usual goalkeeper and back four. You know, saying usual, I'd stick with Bates and Martin, because those are the two that have been playing together for the past few days. A couple of bad games is not enough to break up a partnership for me, because I think it's very important with the centre backs to have a partnership. And coming into midfield, that's to have Goss. Next one's where the problem is, whether has Doherty got enough discipline to stay deep and let Goss go forward most of the time. That's going to have somebody to back for. But we'll say go for Doherty over Holt. He's just got that wee bit more, I don't know, just a bit more solid built, I guess, more than anything else. You know, wee Jason's only 5'5", and God knows he must weigh only about 8 or 9 stone dripping wet. Up into midfield, I'd just go for Murphy on the left-hand side, Windass probably in the middle, and Candias on the right, and Morelos up top. So not that unusual. The only other concern I've got is Windass. If that Brera has got a habit of knocking people about, and Windass doesn't react well to that, so that would be the only other slight concern of mine. But the only other way around that is to put Windass on the bench and put Doherty up there. But you're going to put Windass after 2 hat tricks in 3 games or something he's scored. It's a bit difficult to do that, isn't it?
Right, what do you think the team will be then?
I think he'll probably go for Holt instead of Doherty.
All right, I'm the same as you, mate. I would play Doherty, but I think you'll play Holt. All right.
It's just the form that like you said, that front four showed in the last game. I can't see how you can drop them, even though, as I say, I have concerns over Windass.
Alan 63, what's your team, mate?
The one that I would pick, the one that Murty will pick?
Yep.
What?
The one that you'll pick.
Oh, no, you don't want to know that.
How do you know what's you
nightmares? No, I would need to sit and think about that one. I think Mr. Murty will go with I think the exact same team as the last game. Same back four, midfielder Windass and what's his face, Doherty, and the guy that's really good, Goss. Candias right, Murphy left, and Buffalo up front. And I think that's enough to take care of Hearts. Jinx.
I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. Competition for places in the midfield with Alves is back. Lee Wallace is back. We've got cover in defence. We've got Cummings on the bench, pushing Morales. Where did this come from, Fox?
It's designing a good transfer window, mate. That's what it is. But variety in midfield is very, very good, mate. Even although we've got players like Graham Dorrans, who incidentally I think he's back training as well. Still on the road to recovery, but we've missed him and Ryan Jack, but we've been equally well covered with the selection of other midfielders we've got there, mate. And the system has allowed for that as well, where we're playing most of our football down the wings, and it means that we're only needing the 2 at the back, and it'll probably be tomorrow will be Goss, and I think Jason Holt will come back in, mate. I think Hearts will come and try and stifle the game, but I think the good passing range, as I said earlier, for Goss, mate, could make all the difference. The other thing is, if we're playing against a tight defence, you need people to shoot through outside the box, and he's also capable with that, whether it be free kicks or running on and striking the ball, mate. So I think we're covered well in the midfield. And that's the only change, and it's, well, for me, it's just a natural change. Holt back in for Doherty, mate. And my other change, of course, would I'd have Alves back in the minute, mate.
I will, folks. It's a good call, that. I mean, I'm not so sure about the Alves one, but the other thing is, if you've got Doherty on the bench, if Windass is getting a bit bullied, then it's an obvious choice to bring Doherty in there instead, isn't it?
Right, we'll ask that question to the lobby, yeah. Right, Ibrox, you get ready. This is your tester. This is a big one.
Percentages.
Yep. No numbers, percentages is middle of midfield. Will you play Holt, just Holt, or Doherty? DOC. Holt or Doc? Who you play?
H or D, yeah.
H or D will do. That'll make it even easier for you. H or D, yeah. Who do you play, H or D? So we'll go round the panel, take a note of the panel, and then take a note of the lobby. H or D? Who do you play tomorrow? Gary, H or D?
D.
D. Alan?
Oh, D.
Ibrox?
I'm going to go for Holt, mate.
It's an H or D answer.
Oh, sorry, H.
Right. Bridgeman?
D.
Fox?
Was all your questions in HD?
I'll
have Holt. H for Holt.
Right, okay. Mount?
Holt for me.
Blue Shadow, my favourite.
D for Doherty.
Rudy Bear?
D for me.
Right, okay. How we doing in the lobby, Ibrox?
I would say it's looking towards 70% for Doherty at the moment.
Does that surprise you, Fox?
There's a lightning quick percentage calculation there.
Quite a lot of people, mate, they like Doherty. I just think that there's other players in front of him just now. I think what is interesting is if Lee Wallace comes back fit, mate, we've got Declan John on the left-hand side who could fill in for Murphy and fill in for Lee Wallace. On the other side, I'm quite sure Doherty could cover for Taverner and he could also cover for Candias, mate. I think that's been a smart signing for me, you know. We've really covered with two wing backs and that well, mate. I think we've got good players in reserve, especially they two. I believe that Lee Wallace will come back in and take his position just for experience again.
No.
John has played very, very well, mate, but I think he's equally as effective if anything happened with Murphy.
Did you say there, Fox, you see Doherty? You could see Doherty playing in the right back position.
I could, mate.
I could. All right, okay.
How big's that stick you're using there, Fox?
Remember, it's 40 hours on Friday.
You're at it, Fox.
I honestly think Doherty's got the pace and the tackling and the wherewithal to play it right back if he was needed, mate.
I would go on that if it was
any
needed.
Reflection on, and I also think he could also replace Candias, mate, because he played on the right hand side for Hamilton a lot as well.
That's right. Yep, he could do that. Yeah, bloody hell! How come you know so much?
But bring the boys, give the boys that are in the background the chance, mate. You've got to give them the chance rather than doing this shoehorning players and out of position. We've had that for the past 5 years. It doesn't work.
You tell him, Shadow, you tell him.
Absolutely.
Who was shoehorning in?
Eh?
Declan John is equally
a midfielder or
in any of the positions.
Putting a midfielder in at right back.
I'm just saying he could act as cover for James
It's just the mood he's in.
He's got all the attributes that he could play that position. That's what I'm saying.
Doherty could do that. He's intelligent enough and he's got the attributes. Of course he could. You wouldn't make him your right back. What Fox is saying is you could shoehorn him in there if it was needed.
If you needed, but you'd be far better off bringing one of the guys if you're that desperate. Bring one of the guys in for the under-20s, a specialist right back.
Nah,
give him a chance. I don't think we've got one at this present time, mate.
I think he's out on. He put him out on loan at the minute.
Anyway, Blue Shadow, you won my favourite, then you snapped
would you
up.
Fox. Would you not say overall, guys?
Anyway, gentlemen, believe it or not, it's hard to believe, but we've reached that time of the evening. And it's time for shout-outs. Yeah, on you go, Al 63.
I would say that we should always, when I say always, I mean Cap will always go with our strongest team. And that would not mean Hope playing. That would be a bit of a guide for the wee guy.
In your opinion, mate, remember it's all about opinion.
It's all opinion. Well, that's what we're saying, isn't it? Right. Yeah, I would play that. My shout-out has got to be ultimately Mr. Murty. You get picking that right team and pick your best players. We'll win.
All right, I know you always like to right behind Al, so on you go, Blue Shadow.
Well, your shout out always good. Yes, good shout out there, Al. You'll always give your opinion, even if it is wrong. A shout out to the team. Come on, lads, give us 3 points tomorrow, please. Put pressure on them.
Rudy Bear.
We shout out to Graham Murty.
You hungry, mate? You must be hungry if you're
I'm fine.
You look as if you're fading away there, mate.
Stew and totties are on, Fox, Jerry. Stew and totties are on.
That's funny enough, Bridge. That's exactly what I had at my meets tonight. Yeah, I know you back. But anyway, Graham Murty and the team gives another performance. Enjoyed the second half, especially the way you played at the weekend there. Even though you scored 4 goals in the first half. But you need to be at them for the first whistle. You need to get right at them. So another 3-1 win will do me. I'll take that.
Confirming.
Big shout out to everybody that's going along to the game. Hope they get there safe and sound. Good luck to the team tomorrow. Get behind the team for the first whistle. Just remember, guys, we are the people.
You're here. Ibrox Loyal.
Just a big shout out to the squad. Start with a fast pace tomorrow and we win the match. Easy as.
Gary?
Shout out to the players. Sort the Ibrox form and bring 55 back.
You're here, mate. Thanks for the call, mate.
Cheers.
Bridgeman. Oh, sorry. Best still last. Keep him best still last. Fox.
Good night. Thanks for listening.
Bridgeman.
What can I say? I like to echo everybody's shout-outs, particularly Ibrox Loyals. We need to start, get a good pace in our game right from the very start, on the front foot, and drive them back. That's what we need to do. But to all the Rangers fans all over the world, particularly Rangers fans here on Rangers Radio, every single one of us, looking forward to the game tomorrow. Battle people's on. Keep it going for the Rangers, everybody. Keep it going.
Here. Can I thank Gary? I thank Travel Rug for the middle, and I think he's in the North Sea. Also, our global ambassador who took the time in his birthday to phone Rangers Radio. Can I thank Alan 63, Ibrox Loyal, The Bridge, Fox, Mount Vernon, Blue Shadow and Rudy Bear for taking the time to join us here at Rangers Radio. Thanks to everybody in the lobby for taking part. This is Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow about 2 o'clock in the pre-match show, building up to Rangers beating the Hearts tomorrow. Take it away, Fox.
From a guy so young to Glasgow City, they come seeking fortune and a new way of life. How could they know their ambitions would grow? Such a beautiful story, and here's how it goes. Still going strong. were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong.